Well, it looks like those dating rumors weren't just smoke and mirrors. After months of speculation and a very telling joint appearance at David Beckham's 50th birthday bash, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas just took things to the next level. The pair were spotted hand in hand during a romantic weekend in Woodstock, Vermont. And yep, according to TMZ, that's a big deal. It's actually the first time Tom's shown this kind of PDA since his divorce from Katie Holmes back in 2012.
See, I'm not good at this.
Love at first sight.
Absolutely.
But their connection isn't just romantic, it's professional too. Tom and Ana are set to star opposite each other in an upcoming supernatural thriller called Deeper, with filming kicking off in August. And from the sounds of it, they're already pretty in sync on set. One source told People that they have a special work relationship, and Ana's thrilled. Apparently, she sees working with Tom as an opportunity of a lifetime. Honestly, who wouldn't?
Are you getting ready for what is sure to be some over-the-top action scenes?
A lot of training, other kind of training, but yeah, but I can't really say much about it, but it's been, really an adventure so far.
The insider also spilled that Tom's been something of a mentor to Ana. He's 26 years older, and she has nothing but glowing things to say about him. That tracks, especially considering Tom's been publicly supportive of her for a while now. While doing press for Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, he couldn't stop praising her performance in Ballerina.
It really is very, very talented. Yeah, it's gonna crush it.
And Ana? She's not taking that support for granted. At the LA premiere of Ballerina, she said it was unbelievable to have Tom in her corner. You know what? He supports every movie, she told Variety. He really wants the industry and cinema to do well and wants people going to the theaters. We're working together, so he got to see Ballerina and he actually really liked it. He loved the John Wicks.
I feel like to be getting such high praise from him. He saw the film and he's telling everybody that you guys crush it in this.
It makes me really happy and proud, and it's surreal that someone like him is like in the movie and supporting the film and celebrating other people's films, and yeah, it's amazing.
It all started on Valentine's Day, or, well, the day before. On February 13th, Tom and Ana were spotted grabbing what was described as a totally platonic dinner in London. According to insiders, the meal was strictly business, just two professionals discussing potential collaborations. Not exactly date night material, especially since their agents were there too. And let's be real, leaving with their leftovers in tow isn't exactly the height of romance.
It all makes sense.
Then a month later, the rumors kicked up again. On March 14th, Tom and Ana were spotted arriving at the London heliport via helicopter. And just the night before, they were spotted at the exact same place. Coincidence? Maybe. But it definitely makes you wonder, where were they coming from and where were they going? I need answers.
Something happened to you.
I'm in love.
But before you get too excited, there's a twist. Religion. Tom, as many know, is deeply involved in Scientology, one of Hollywood's most controversial circles. Ana, meanwhile, comes from a Catholic background and was raised with traditional Christian values in Cuba. So could this difference create tension? According to insiders, Ana's family and friends are definitely wary. One source told the Daily Mail that while Ana is smitten, her inner circle has reservations. Still, the same source added that Ana isn't letting that stop her. She's her own person, and right now she's choosing to see where this goes. And speaking of Scientology, it's already been a major sticking point in Tom's past relationships, most notably with Katie Holmes. It even played a role in his estrangement from their daughter, Suri. Now, here's something you might not know. Suri is officially in her college era. She kicked off her freshman year at Carnegie Mellon University last fall after graduating from Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Performing Arts, the same school that counts Jennifer Aniston, Adrian Brody, and Timothée Chalamet among its alumni. Pretty impressive company.
Yes, I mean, it feels wonderful.
And here's an interesting detail. Her name in the graduation program? Suri Noel instead of Suri Cruise. Now that says a lot, doesn't it? So it probably won't come as a surprise that her relationship with Tom is pretty much non-existent. Reports say they've been estranged for over a decade, and it's not just Tom who's out of touch with Suri. She hasn't kept in contact with his other children, Connor and Isabella, whom he adopted with Nicole Kidman. Sources suggest the Church of Scientology plays a big role in this distance. Tom himself has acknowledged it. When asked if Katie Holmes left him in part to protect Suri from Scientology, the Mission Impossible star simply replied, "That was one of the assertions, yes."
Been a Scientologist for over 30 years, and it's something that, as you know, without it, I wouldn't be where I am.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a beautiful religion.
Holmes has always been protective of her daughter, and she's made it clear she wants to keep Suri out of the spotlight, especially considering how much attention she got as a kid. In an interview last year, she said, "I'm very grateful to be her parent. She's an incredible person."
Because she makes every day great and awesome and better, and I know myself more because of her.
How sweet is that? It's clear she truly cherishes their bond. Now, how did Katie, Tom, and Suri end up so distant? To get the full picture, let's rewind and see how Katie managed to break free from Tom and Scientology. It was back in 2005 when the pair went public with their relationship, and it wasn't long after that when they announced their engagement. At the time, the two were completely head over heels in love with each other, gushing about their new love interest during almost every interview. The two impatient lovers were very eager to start a family and welcomed their daughter Suri into the world, about 7 months before they were actually married. Unfortunately for Suri, she was not about to get any siblings anytime soon, as in an unexpected turn of events, Holmes filed for divorce after 5.5 years of marriage. There have been many speculations as to why Katie was so desperate to get out of her relationship with Tom. By now, we all know that Tom is a member of the Church of Scientology. In fact, he is reportedly one of the top 3 in command. And although Holmes converted, she has admitted that Scientology was also one of the reasons she wanted to get a divorce. Katie was overwhelmed with anxiety as she started to worry about the future of her daughter. Katie's family admitted that she had reason to believe that the actor would abduct Suri and intimidate her into joining the Church of Scientology. She knew exactly just how much Scientologists involve themselves in the lives of their members, given they were the reason she met Tom in the first place. It all started after Tom's divorce from Nicole Kidman, when he decided to get back into Scientology while at the same time growing desperate to find love again. Unfortunately, it wasn't so easy as he had a rather large obstacle ahead of him. You see, Scientology has a certain procedure for how they expect their members to find suitable partners. At the time, there were even rumors that he had, quote, auditioned women to become a possible future wife. But a source of the church rectified this statement, claiming it was all a big misunderstanding and explained what actually happened. Turns out that several young women were vetted by the church and, quote, tried out as Tom's next wife before Katie was chosen. Unlike the other actresses Cruise had approached, Holmes seemed to embrace Scientology, which was a major win for them. It wasn't long after that until Katie was asked to audition for the next Mission Impossible movie. Although she didn't get the part, 6 months later, Klein and Holmes announced their breakup, and just 1 month after that, Tom and Katie made their red carpet debut in Rome. Coincidence? Unfortunately, we'll probably never know. But it wasn't always sunshine and daisies for the couple. In fact, for Katie, it was far from it. Given how big of a movie star her husband was, it's not surprising that Katie grew tired of being known as Mrs. Tom Cruise. After getting married, she completely lost her identity and sense of self, and unfortunately, her career was in shambles as well. Holmes started to realize that part of the reason she wasn't being hired anymore was that people didn't want to have Tom Cruise around on set. He was reportedly very controlling over what kind of movies and scenes she was allowed to do, supposedly at times even telling the directors how to do their job. This turned out to be a source of depression for Katie, as she no longer lived the life she once hoped for. She felt as though she had no other choice but to secretly come up with a plan to escape. And so she did, completely blindsiding the 58-year-old with a divorce. The actress planned to file for divorce months before she broke the news to Cruise, with a whole step-by-step plan on how to get out of the marriage. She used disposable phones whenever she made calls involving the divorce and hired 3 law firms in 3 different states. All this effort to avoid Cruise and his staff knowing all of her plans. Makes you wonder just how involved was the actor in her life. And because the Church of Scientology insists on divorces being handled internally, Katie had no choice but to blindside both Tom and the church by handling it all outside of their jurisdiction. Tom was shocked and extremely disappointed when she broke the news, but he agreed to make things easy for both of them, and it only took them 11 days to come up with a settlement. Katie's #1 concern was for her daughter, and thankfully for Holmes, she received primary custody of then 6-year-old Suri. The settlement granted visitation rights to Tom, allowing him to see his daughter for 10 days every month. But it didn't seem as though he ever cashed in because since their divorce, Katie Holmes has been raising their daughter all by herself. Being a member of the Church of Scientology, he was, quote, not allowed to see Suri or to have a relationship with his daughter due to the fact that she does not follow the same religious practices. There has, however, during the past few years, been speculation on this matter. A source of the church opened up to the media and mentioned that members are allowed to see their children of other religious faiths. It was in fact the actor's choice to cut ties with his one and only daughter. During the past few years, there have been rumors that Cruise wanted to reunite with his daughter, that he regrets spending so much time apart, but there is still no news that he has made an effort to see her. As for Tom and Katie, well, guess we'll just have to see what information is revealed next. There is no doubt that they were by far one of the most unique and controversial couples Hollywood has seen over the years. With a story that is without a doubt one of a kind from the beginning to the end,